now. We are live now, of course, on platforms, Facebook and YouTube. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome to today's live training session. This is gonna be for 2 hours. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get a notification whenever we are live. I do have this live session on Mondays, Wednesday, and Thursday. But now, I think from this week, I'm going to be adding Tuesdays also. So we are going to be expanding to 4 days. I'm finding it more interesting and more engaging than I used to be here almost every day. So guys, let's get at it. Let's analyze. Let's check the chart and see what we have to trade for the week. Today is the first day of the trading week, so there's a lot of reviews for us to do. We're going to go through a lot of currency pairs, try and see them from the outer time frame into the inner time frame. We are going to break it down from the daily to the 4 hours to the 1 hour and thereabout. So guys, as you're coming in, let's use the chat box. Let me know where you're joining from. And do not hesitate to click on the Telegram channel link that we have in the bio there on our YouTube channel so that you can have access to our community where I give an update on the trades we have already analyzed right here. So guys, we are starting the live session any moment from now, the next 1 to 3 minutes. So just permit me to quickly check across all platforms to see if the setup is fantastic and we are ready to go. Okay guys, so yeah, I see you're welcome guys, you're welcome. Guys are joining us. Thanks for joining us. That shows there are a lot of people anticipating and waiting for me to start. That's power of consistency. I wish to be more consistent. But guys, give me just a minute and let me quickly check the setups on YouTube, on Facebook, and see if it's running perfectly. The audio is there, the audio is there, there's no lagging and there's no Let me get my phone and check it out. I'm back. So now let me quickly check what's happening in YouTube, if everything is going on perfectly or not. I think the background noise is too much. I have to reduce that. Yeah, let me reduce the background music. Yep, I think it's much better now. I've been able to reduce it well, and I see that the lagging is not that much on YouTube. YouTube is good to go. What about Facebook? Let me check what's going on Facebook. What about Facebook? Let me check what's going on. we are good to go on Facebook also perfectly. So across the two platforms, I'm right okay. For Trading View, I couldn't set up using the multi-stream on Trading View, so that's why I couldn't go live on Trading View. But I'm thinking of maybe later during the day, I'm going to find a time that will be on Trading View. So guys, let me begin the analysis, guys. Begin the analysis, guys. So what I have on my chart here is New Zealand US dollars. Don't let me start from New Zealand USD. Let me start from the top, and that's from the crypto space right there. After that, as you all know, from crypto, I will look into the USD pairs. Then I'm gonna talk about GBP, analyze the indices, the three indices I have here. Then we'll quickly check JPY pairs, Euro pairs, and Australia dollar and New Zealand dollar pair. Those are what I'm gonna be doing today. So guys, if you are joining us for the first time, thank you for being here. Just make sure you like, you follow us. I promise it's going to be very educative. You are going to learn a lot, and you are going to be more profitable in your trading if you can be following us on this live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, and maybe once in a while we'll be doing it on Tuesday also. Tomorrow I'm free. We might be having a live session also tomorrow. I'm gonna post it on the Telegram channel. So what about if you are watching the replay? Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and turn the notification bell on so that whenever we come live, you are going to be the first person to know, and you'll be able to join the live session, ask your questions in the real time, and we are going to try and give an answer to it together, you know. So guys, let's start this analysis. Let's start the analysis. Yeah, guys are coming in from YouTube. Yeah, we are having more views. Thank you for joining in, and please kindly help share also on all platforms you belong to. So straight to the analysis without wasting much of your time. We have gone with 7 minutes into the introduction now. So back to the chart analysis. I'm starting from the Ripple, guys. I want to demystify Ripple. I've been following this pair, and that's the crypto pair. I've been following it since last week. For those guys that are here before, they know I have a sell bias on crypto on all the crypto pairs, majorly the Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Those are the ones I have a sell bias on. Right here for Ripple, my analysis is still the same. I'm still looking at the same scenario. I don't have a change of opinion yet, though I thought maybe wave 4 has finished here, but it didn't. Wave 4 went and trespassed into this territory. So what we have is wave 1, wave 2. Sorry, let me use this tool so that you can see better. This is wave 1, this is wave 2 correction, and this is wave 3. Wave 3 from this high up to this low, and we have all of these ABC as our correction of wave 4. So then I need to readjust this, join these highs together, and there's gonna be the breakout of the correction. Sorry. So what's happening in the SS now is that it looks as if an impulse has started from the beginning here downward, and that impulse must give us 5 waves, which we are observing something that is similar right here now. Starting from this high to this low, wave 1, to this next one, correction wave 2, and the whole of this is wave 3. Then there may be wave 4 correction, and you can see more pull to the downside for Ripple. That's all about Ripple, guys. We have more opportunity to the downside for Ripple, and let's see how it goes. Now let's go into Ethereum. I know we have more people interested in Ethereum than Ripple. So Ethereum also is in the corrective phase, guys. How do we know this is in a corrective phase? Zooming out analysis, I'm going into the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let me start it from the beginning again. Let's go to the daily time frame. so that those that are joining us newly and have not been able to watch our former analysis last week, so they can catch up from there. So from what I can see on daily was that there is a falling knife that is coming here that looks like an impulse. There was a bit of retracement to the upside, and there's a continuation of the fall. Fine. So if there's a continuation of the fall, that means there's an impulse in place, guys. So if there's an impulse downward that is in place, then you say the whole of this is the beginning of the impulse, correction to the upside, and continuation of impulse. So that means we must have 5 waves downward. So I label the whole of that as wave 1, wave 2, and this is wave 3. From this high downward is our wave 3. So this wave 3, from wave 2 to wave 3, also has 5 waves in it. So if we zoom in into the lower time frame, we see the demystification and the sub waves. I mean, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then here wave 4 here, wave 5 here. So that was followed by a correction to the upside, which was obvious right here. This correction was in form of zigzag A, B, C. It terminated here, and I thought another impulse has started downward. So what I see again was that wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and I thought wave 4 is going to end it here, but it didn't. So that will make me review this analysis. This is where we are right now, guys. So we can continue from there today. So that's where we are continuing our analysis from. As you're joining, please let's know where you're joining from, and you can just drop your questions in the chat box so that I can come back and give an answer to that. So now having this ABC correction to the upside, and the next thing that happened was another ABC. That was another ABC, guys, because if we want to check that properly, we zoom in. I try to zoom in as much as possible. Or I go into the lower time frame, maybe 2-hour time frame, and try to see what's happening there. This looks like a leading diagonal that can be wave 1 or wave A, correction to the upside. Okay. Then I may say this is an impulse. See how I'm going to count it if it's an impulse. I'm going to say the whole of this is the leading diagonal wave 1. Correction in terms of pullback here is wave 2. Then this continuation starts at wave 3. This little pullback is a wave 4, and this can be a wave 5. So all of this movement to the upside, then this zigzag movement should be a correction. So if that is the case, we join a new trend for the bullish move. So this is the new trend, this is the new bullish move that is about to be broken. So if that is about to be broken, what are we anticipating? What do we expect? We are expecting that the whole of this is an impulse that was followed by a correction to the upside, and the correction was not able to break above the impulse. I think, yes, as you can see, this is the highest point of the correction right now, and this is the beginning of the impulse. So it wasn't able to break above it. Let me put my trend line on top of the beginning of this, the end of this correction. So right from this very end to this high, I can say that is an impulse that I just started. So then I will say all of this is like the correction. This is another correction upward, another leg of the correction, this is another leg of correction. So since we know that from this high to this low, or let's say from this low, this is a bullish trend, to this high, we can label that as a correction, and the whole of this down move is our impulse. So if that is the case, as we all know, the way the market moves in cycle, after there's an impulse or multi-wave, there will be a correction, and after the correction has completed, the impulse will definitely continue. So since the correction seems to have completed here, then another impulse has started forth, and the fall is in form of the new impulse. So if I'm to put a label to this to count my waves, I will say the all of this move downward is wave 1 and this is wave 2. So what we are seeing that is going downward from here, retracement backward here, is just forming our wave 3, and wave 3 can go as high as well. So those that are right in this particular setup is those that are in the sell position. Those that have picked their sell position after the completion of wave 2 here, especially with this a bit of reversal upward before market start going up. So where is the new opportunity for us to join the sell? There's going to be an opportunity for us if market try to retrace a bit into this territory and maybe around these key levels. The key levels I'm going to be drawing somewhere here and here. These are key levels which we can confirm across time and see how they fall. So market rejected this region back here before you see this breakout to the upside. Then when the impulse started, it serves at the end of wave 1, it was rejected the upside. That serves our wave 2. Then we have the beginning of wave 3, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. So I'm anticipating if there's an opportunity of a retracement into these key levels, I am definitely going to join the sell and be among the riders to the downside for Ethereum. So guys, that's the analysis I have for you guys on Ethereum. If there is any question on that, you can drop it in the chat box. And if you're just joining us, if you haven't been a member on this channel, if you haven't subscribed, I implore you to do so. Kindly subscribe and please smash the like button so that this can get to other people. So the next one is the king of the crypto, and that's Bitcoin. Let's quickly analyze that before going into the dollar pairs. For cryptocurrency, oh my god, my chart is too busy. I think I need to remove a lot of things from these charts so that it won't affect the analysis, so that people can see what I'm trying to say better. Yeah, remove this box. This was the box we were analyzing last week. Yep. Things is the chart is a little bit lighter now, not heavy as it was before with tools. All good. Now a quick review of what has happened on Bitcoin was that we've been seeing a waterfall and a sequence of sells that has kept happening from this high. As I predicted, I gave an analysis in the month of March about this fall, that there's going to be a fall right from this top, because I was able to spot my double zigzag correction ending around here, and it also coincides with my harmonic pattern that has fully completed somewhere here. We were able to pick a bit of the sell up to this point, and I thought, you know, there's going to be a massive retracement, but the retracement was so shallow and market started pulling back down. So there has been a lot of movements to the downside for Bitcoin, and this circle is another series of correction. This is another correction right here, guys. I tried to just to hide all those tools so that you can see what I'm talking about perfectly. So this is an ABC zigzag correction, and as you all know, after a correction there should be an impulse to the opposite side. That's where the market is built. That's where the market operates. You know, market does not move on a straight line. When there's an impulse, there'll be a correction, and market continue to happen like that. So after this correction completed here, that suggests there's going to be a new impulse to the downside, and that was what gave birth to this massive push to the downside. So this massive push to the downside, as we all know, is what is an impulse. So an impulse must comprise of five motive waves. So what we are going to do now is we are going to put a box into this. So this is the impulse right from here downward. So we are going to put a box into it and see what is happening there. So right from this beginning of the impulse down here, let's see if the impulse has completed or not. So going to the lower time frame and checking what we have on the box. Fantastic. So this is where the box started from. We have already analyzed everything before this box, that is a correction, and now this is the beginning of the box of price action in the box. Wave 1 to the downside, wave 2 to the upside. Fine. Then we have the whole of this move from this high, from this point to this low, serving as our wave 3. Then we have a correction upward wave 4, and this is a movement to the downside, which is wave 5. I've explained this extensively last week in some of our live sessions, so I won't want to go deeper into that again. I won't want to bore you guys with that. So what we have now right here, guys, is from the beginning of wave 5 ending here, we had a correction of ABC. This is how I got to know that was a correction. Going to 2 hour time frame, guys. I was able to count my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliot wave. I knew, okay, this is an impulse that terminated here. Fine. Serving as our wave A to the downside, wave B, and we have wave C that has completed here. So this is another correction. So this is the first leg of correction. Starting from this low to this high is a correction. Then we have a movement to this downside, and we now have another A, B, C to the upside. So that makes 2, or let's say 3 zigzag. This is the first zigzag, this is the second zigzag, and this is the third zigzag. I bring out my my zigzag tool, and that's WXY. That's Elliot double combo wave, WXY. So the beginning is labeled as 0, and this is W, and this is X, and this is Y. That's Y. That is with Y. So if our analysis is correct that this is a double combo correction, double combo wave, then the next thing ideally that ought to be followed is what is impulse to the other side. Impulse to the other side right down here. So if we want our impulse to be followed, then from this beginning, from this very top here, we're expecting that impulse, the sell impulse has started. So I use my illustrating my brush here to say this is wave 1, this is a correction of wave 2, and wave 3 has started. So what we are expecting now is an opportunity. I'm going to wait patiently for a retracement to the upside. Then I'm going to pick my buy position anywhere at my sell position anywhere around here. If I'm fortunate enough to see a retracement to this level, I'm going to be selling Bitcoin into the lower time frame, at least targeting 17,605. That's my outlook for Bitcoin, guys. That's what I'm expecting Bitcoin to do in the coming days. It might happen this week, it might be next week, you know, it depends. But for now, that is my stand for Bitcoin. I'm gonna be selling it, and my stop loss should be somewhere behind the beginning of this zigzag correction. So a quick recap: the major reason for these sell buyers is that we think there is a double combo correction. This is the first correction, and this is the second zigzag correction. A, B, C, terminating here. So now we thought, from what we can see in terms of the price action, we thought a sell impulse has started, which is the beginning with 1. This will be the correction with 2, and it's going to continue to move lower. Price is continue to go and fall lower and lower, hopefully. So guys, that is what I have for you on Bitcoin. So quickly, let's see if there are questions on the YouTube box about the crypto pairs we have quickly checked. And in the absence of questions, then I'm going to quickly move into the USD pairs, starting from US dollar currency index and USDCHF, and I'm going to be analyzing euro dollar and USDCAD. Guys, I give you 1 minute for that to look into the analysis of crypto. Do you have any alternative view? Let me know in the chat. What were you expecting for those pairs? You have another strategy you have applied, and you have an alternative analysis to what I suggested. Guys, let me quickly know that within 1 to 2 minutes before I continue the analysis on DXY. And if there's no question at all, you agree totally, let me know. Let me know, guys. Guys watching on Facebook, thank you for joining. Please kindly share on all Facebook platforms you belong to, okay, so that at least this can go a long way to help other people, so that they can have the right perspective of trading for this week. So I have 1 minute left for you guys to quickly make your contributions on the crypto pairs we have examined before we now start analyzing dollar pairs. Give me a minute, I'll be back, guys. Yep. Here we are. We are back. Sorry for delay, guys. Hope you guys are there. Yes. Thank you guys for joining. Now let's go into the US dollar pairs. In absence of questions on the crypto analysis we've done, now let's move to the XY, US dollar currency index. Here is the chart of DXY on the 3-hour time frame, guys. This is the chart of DXY on the 3-hour time frame. What I have for you guys there is the same thing I've been analyzing. And by the way, if you are new to this channel, if you're just joining, please go to YouTube and search for Forex Trading Lab. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you can get a notification whenever we come live. Sometime is gonna come where I'm gonna stop being live on Facebook here. It's gonna be on YouTube alone, so that we can have a smooth trading session. So, but for now, I'm trying to just multi-stream so that we can have more awareness ahead. Because something about the other platforms, there are a lot of things that YouTube has that other platform doesn't have. So I don't want to be going into that now. So guys, the analysis I have for you on DXY based on my strategy, that's the Elliot wave and price action pattern, is we are currently around the end of this bullish move for USDY, that for dollar currency index. So it's possible that we are going to see weakness across USD pairs this week or next week. The reason why I concluded about that is just that since last week, we have been following up with this chart and how it has been moving, starting from this low, wave 1, wave 2, obvious, and the swing from this low to this high is wave 3, And this correction is wave 4, guys. Correction is wave 4. Starting from here, wave 1 again, wave 2, and I don't know, this is not a wave 3, and this may be, but what we know that is happening from the low here, from the termination of wave 4, what we are expecting is wave 5 to go to the upside. So wave 5 has started moving, the market has been moving higher, and I think any moment from now we can see the last high move. So now let's demystify this properly and see what is happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. Let's go on to the 2-hour time frame. See what is happening. You know, this is obvious that from this low to this high, let me bring it right here so that you guys can see it perfectly. Starting from this low to this high is wave 1. The whole of this correction is wave 2, fine. Then we have another impulse here. I labeled on wave 3, but I beg to differ. That won't be my wave 3. Let me just remove that, and don't let me call it wave 3 yet. Don't let me call it wave 3 yet. Oh yeah, from this low to this high is wave 1. Here is wave 2. This is another impulse here. I can call it 1 of 3. This correction is 2 of 3, and the whole of this impulse upside is 3 of 3. Then we have a correction that is form of 4 of 3, and what we are seeing here is with 5 of 3. So if you want me to conclude or give an advice, I would say wave 3 will just be ending around here, and then we are going to see a retracement soon for wave 4. Thereafter, we are going to see a push to the upside again for wave 5. Then we can now see wave 5 has completed fully. So where did this 5 come from? I don't know, where is this 5 coming from? Okay, it's a big one, big wave 5. Yeah, let me just remove it so that it won't confuse the counts. So guys, if you agree with what I just analyzed there, please just click on the like button. Let me see you guys are engaging with me. Let me see, just click on the like button either on Facebook or on YouTube. Let's see if you agree with that analysis. So what I'm expecting for US dollar index, USDPS generally, is that there's going to be a little retracement downward before we see the push to the upside. So that will now give us a general, that's just a general insight to what is going to be happening to USDPS generally. Now let's go deeper and start from USDCHF. How will that imply and how will that affect USDCHF? So these are some of the analysis we had last week. I had 2 scenarios here. I said if market was able to come down and break below these, there's going to be a sell, which it didn't happen. The second scenario was that if price doesn't come down here, then it's going to continue to go up before we see any sell. So fortunately, market is currently around this rectangle zone, which I drew as my potential reversal zone last week, and that's where market is currently trading at. So now let's look at USDCHF better and see if we have any nice setup there, and how does the analysis we have on the XY affect USDCHF. Yeah guys, starting from this very bottom to this high here, I was not able to count the waves properly, and I did not want to bother myself with that. What I do know is that there's an uptrend that has started from here and it's currently around my reversal zone. So there's a high possibility there's going to be a retracement, which I'm now ready to either buy or sell right now. So for USDCHF, I remain neutral. I'm not buying or selling regardless of what DXY is telling me. So I won't want to waste much time on USDCHF. Let's go to Euro dollar. Yes, as Euro dollar, we have a very nice setup on Euro dollar. Very nice analysis. We have been following the pair bumper to bumper for over a month now. If you remember well, we pick a sell position right here. We're able to enjoy this ride to this false target, and it was a very nice and worthwhile sell opportunity. So that sell position was triggered with analysis that there's a correction that has completed here, a zigzag correction. That was when I did this, and there was a breakout of this pattern right here. So it gave us our first wave to the downside. So we saw a correction to the upside, which was our wave 2. Then we see continuation to the downside, wave 3, and we saw a retracement to the upside. Ideally should be our wave 4. So now guys, this is it. Let me put a box here so that I can now move into the lower time frame. Let me put a box in here. Yeah, now let's go into the lower time frame and see what's happening. 1 hour 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes. Yep. Here we are on the 30-minute time frame. Now I want to concentrate in this box. This is wave 4 here, wave 5 here, impulse, starts of wave 3. What I expected was that the whole of this move to the upside is a correction of wave 4 that has ended. But there are two ways to this. There are two ways for trading euro dollar. The first way that I can tell you right now is that this impulse has completed here. This correction has completed here, and then an impulse should follow suit straight to wave 5. You get it? So if that is the case, then the impulse has started here with 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this wave 5 of that impulse. There's going to be a correction into this trajectory, and we are going to continue selling downward. That's the first possible scenario. So what I do this for that is that I'm expecting a retracement to this region. So by taking my Fibonacci tool to see when I can join this trade, I'm going to wait patiently and see it come back into the territory of 5061.8 before I can say, okay, let me pick a sell position with any candlestick confirmation I can find around here. That's going to be open more path for me to the downside for wave 5. That's the first possible scenario. That's the first possible way to trade euro dollar in this instance. The second way is for us to think there's going to be a double correction, meaning from this low to this high. This is the first leg of correction, and this will be second leg, and this is going to be another leg of correction here. Then our wave 4 will now end somewhere around here. So if that now happens, that's going to be the perfect time to sell. So these are the two possible scenarios for euro dollar. Either it just retrace into this territory and there's going to be a sell downward, or it's going to retrace above this territory up to this high, then there's going to be a sell downward. So how do we now know if we are correct and which one should we pick? Guys, permit me to quickly pick this call. I'm gonna be back. Just give me 1 minute. back to analysis, guys. Back to analysis, guys. Let's go back to the analysis section. I'm sorry for the break in transmission, guys. Quickly had to attend to some other things. So I have now. Let's continue. Okay. Now I think I've concluded my analysis on euro dollars. So guys, you can watch out and watch euro dollar closely. And I promise I'm going to be updating it too on the channel. I'm going to try my best on the Telegram channel. You can join us there. I'm going to give an update on how this trade goes. Let me try and comment. Okay. Okay. That's great. Activity monitor. Let me see what I'm going on. Now let's move to the next pair I have here. I have USDCAD, that's US dollar against the Canadian dollars. Let's see what we got there. Let's zoom how they beat so we can see what's happening from the 4-hour time frame. Guys, here is the analysis for USDCAD on the 4-hour time frame. Last week I already broke down this analysis, and let me quickly do a quick recall and recap also, so that we can get to try it once and for all. Canada tax is taking 109.0, so I need to remove this. I don't want my system to be slow. Fine, fantastic. Okay, let me put it on. Okay, yep. So the analysis I had was that after this impulse, there's going to be a retracement. It happened exactly as I analyzed, as I predicted, and this correction is going to be followed by an impulse. This also did exactly as analyzed. This was the first leg of impulse, second leg, third leg. This is the correction, which is the fourth leg, and we're expecting a push to the outside to be the fifth wave. So guys, there is an opportunity to buy USDCAD. This is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 should be ending anywhere in this territory. But guys, there's something I want you guys to know for a fact, and that is that we have to look inward and see what is happening. Who the hell is this Anderson that is writing rubbish on mine? I'm gonna block you. Why are you commenting and you want to scam people here? Why are you doing that? So thank God I didn't block you. I just deleted your rubbish. So back to my analysis, guys. So starting from this is wave 1, wave 2 here. I have this as my wave 3, and the whole of these I think is a correction wave 4, and there's an opportunity to buy to the upside. But right now I want to go deeper and see what has happened here in this correction, this zigzag move to the downside. I want to see if the wave 4 has completed for real or not, or is it just that I'm the one thinking or anticipating that it has completed there and it has not really done that. So that will take me to the lower time frame, 30 minutes at least. Go to 30-minute time frame, guys. Go to the 30-minute time frame and see what's happening there. So now we are trying to analyze price action in this cycle. Starting from this high here, see this move. This was a correction. This was followed by a move up. Blah 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 blah. Okay. This looks like a correction. Now let me take it one by one. Zoom in. This is zigzag. This is another zigzag. Okay. This is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction. 2. Another zigzag. It's zigzag to the upside, and this is another possible zigzag. So we have two possible cases. Now, I'll be able to see what I want to see, but let me go to the 15-minute time frame so that I can show you guys better. So now, I first of all worked on the assumption that this move to the downside in this cycle is an impulse. Okay, so if it's an impulse starting from this low up to this very point, I can label it as my wave 1. This ABC zigzag is wave 2. And this is wave 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, wave 4 of 3, and this could be wave 5 of 3. But in that case, that won't be holding. Let me say 3, this is 4, this is 5. But this wave 3 itself, let's see if it's a complete 5 wave. Hi Hassan Chowdhury, thank you for joining. You're welcome. You're joining us from Pakistan. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you just try and who's this? Okay, we have a comment from someone on YouTube who said looks like a 5 wave down, right? Yes, that's what I'm looking at also on USDCAD. But I don't want to quickly conclude. I want to try and demystify this wave 3 to see what's happening from this high to this low right here to see what's happening there. So if we say this is wave 3 from this high to this low, this is wave 3, let's see. Then this is wave 1. Oh no, this is not what I want to use. I want to use my arrow to know what's happening here. So starting from here, I say this is wave 1, this will be wave 2, this should be wave 3, wave 4, and this is wave 5. This is what I'm trying to demystify, guys. So it's not looking like an impulse down here. It's looking like complex correction, like double zigzag that forms together. So now this is clear already. We know the beginning from here is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is wave 5. The whole of this looks an impulse. Correct with that. This is a correction that is obvious. A, B, C zigzag, that is complete. But these we couldn't count it better. But now let's just conclude. Let's say okay, the whole of this is wave 3, this is an ABC zigzag wave 4, and this is wave found to downside. Then what you are seeing here can be a correction, maybe a correction. So what I will do is I'm going to give in myself these two scenarios and I'm going to work with them very fine. Take my Fibonacci to measure the whole of this down move and mark the 50, 60, 50 and 61.8 levels. Fine. So Now, if the case of having an impulse is correct, that this is an impulse to the downside, then this is going to be a retracement into the territory. So let's see if there's going to be like a very nice retracement, very nice reversal candlestick around this 5061.8 zone. If we can see anything nice around here, then we can think it's going to sell, and we won't even sell it. We are going to wait till there's going to be a breakout of this level totally. So when there's a breakout of this level, that will open pathway for more sell to the downside. But if not, if what we just see is a bit of retracement, a little retracement to the downside, and we saw a nice bullish candlestick around here, I'm going to definitely buy this trade to the upside and put in my stop loss here. So this is more of like the defining level for us. If there's a break below here, market is going to continue to fall lower, and if there isn't a break here and there was a retracement a bit lower, then ideally the stop loss should be right here, picking your buy position anywhere around here and target the high of 1.30800. That is the best and the most perfect way I think we can trade USDCAD analytically without just gambling. So that's what I think. So guys, let me know what you think also. NN feed, thank you for letting us know. Said it looks like a 5-wave down. You agree with that? I also agree with you, but we have to prepare ourselves for both scenarios. Market might go otherwise, and we have to be ahead of the market also. I have a question on Facebook from Hassan Chaudhry about I need your help Forex, please give your contact. I don't have any contact than you just join the page on Facebook. There you can message, you can see how to message the page. You're gonna get a reply from me, and you can just make sure you follow on YouTube. When you follow on YouTube, you know whenever we come live, we can analyze together, ask your questions, and see the perfect way the market is moving. So that's it. That's one of the best way we can help each other. So, and also YouTube can help others by just sharing our YouTube videos and this live trading session to all Forex platform you belong to. So Jamin Legri, you're watching with us. Thank you for being there. And Anderson Brown, the guy that was sending a scam mail. I've deleted your message right there. So guys on YouTube, I can't see your name because you guys failed to comment. I should have just called out your names, but I only saw NN feed that sent a comment right there. Thank you for being there. So guys, don't let us waste much time on USDCAD. Let's move to gold. Let's see what we have for gold. Are there any opportunities on gold or not? NN feed said that does make sense. Thanks so much. That's it. That's my analysis for USDCAD. So that's where I'm gonna be trading it to this week. So guys, if you want us to analyze gold, I want you to put on the chat box gold. Type gold. I want someone to type gold. I want to see if you guys are following me or not. If you don't type gold in the chat box, I'm not moving to the next pair. Yeah, gold. I could see the comment is coming in now. Okay, gold. Bonifacio from Namibia, thank you for joining. Thank you, brother. You were the one that let me know that last week the stream was not doing well on YouTube. You see, I've been able to find my way around it and fix it now. You guys can hear me perfectly now. I'm happy to know that. I'm happy to know that, guys. What's happening? I can't hear myself on Facebook Live. Is there any reason for that? I think. Okay, yeah, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. So, guys, gold. Let's move to gold. On popular demand, based on popular demand, we are going to be analyzing gold. Let's see what gold has got for us. I'll quickly charge my phone, then we analyze gold. So here's the chart for gold, guys. Let's see what gold has for us. Gold. Alright, guys, gold. Let's quickly see what gold have for us. Let me move back a bit to the 4-hour time frame. Wow, this is a massive fall to the downside of gold, guys. That was a massive fall to the downside for gold, and we have anticipated this fall. For those that were following me on TradingView, they knew I was shouting gold might fall, gold might go as low as 1730. That's exactly what's happening. But now let me quickly put you guys through what I'm seeing right now on gold. Gold is in the corrective phase here. It's not there anymore. It was in a corrective phase right here at this region. Then the impulse stage was now down here. This first leg was the first impulse. This is a correction, and the whole of this price action to the downside in this box is meant to be the wave 3, which is the third. As you can see, I've labeled it as a wave 3. So now wave 3 should be followed by a correction of wave 4 to the upside, and this has not yet happened. So that leaves us with the question that when will gold retrace? When will gold take a break? When will gold rest from this constant falling and falling and falling? Does anyone have an answer to that, guys? But for me, because for me, gold seems to be very stubborn these days. It do not want to even retrace at all. Just keep moving sideways. So ideally, guys, I'm anticipating there's going to be a bit of retracement in the upside to form wave 4. I don't know how far it's going to go. It might get to this point, it might go higher, it might just get to this point and retrace. But at least it must give us a very clear reversal or retracement, that has to be a minimum of ABC to the upside. ABC minimum to the upside. And after that ABC has completed, then I can now go in fully that, okay, let me sell and let me continue to see how market is going to go lower and lower in terms of price for gold. But right now, I'm going to be neutral for gold, not buying, not selling. I'm going to be patiently waiting, looking for better opportunities when gold is going to retrace to the higher side and it's going to give us an opportunity to sell. Bonifacio said it's a bad boy these days. Yeah, gold has been a bad boy these days. I don't know, but that's how it happens actually. once in a while it happens that way. So gold is one of the most interesting pairs to trade in this very difficult world economic time. So because it has a very clear chart that I already know what it's about to do and what it's going to do. It's so clear. What we just need to do is to wait and be patient so that it can just give us the right opportunity, and we're just going to take advantage of it. But right now, I won't advise anyone to just go into the sell blindly, or you just go into the buy blindly, you know. Only if you are good at the Elliot wave count, you can now decide to say, okay, I want to see what's happening in this block. But that's just a waste of time. Do not disturb yourself, because anything can happen. It can move up, put down. It's just going to continue kissing your stop losses, and you are going to be risking unnecessary money. So why don't you wait for the big retracement and you join the sell if you want to do that? So guys, that's what I have for gold. By God's grace, inshallah, I'm going to be live tomorrow also by this same time. Just make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification, and watch out for the alerts. So that's that for gold, guys. So let's quickly look into GbpUsd pound pairs. Do you want us to check pounds, guys? If you want us to check pound, let's put it in the chat box. Type GBP or write pounds. Just type GBP there if you want us to check out on GbpUsd, because I'm done with gold, guys. If you want us to analyze GbpUsd, let me put GBP there. Just write GBP in the chat box, then I'm going to analyze GbpUsd and GbpJpy. Let me quickly check Facebook and see if there's any question right on Facebook. Alright, guys. GbpJpy, guys want us to check GU and GJ. Okay. Now let's quickly check GJ and GU then. Let's start with GU, GBPUSD, guys. GBPUSD, I have a clean chart on it, and I have my own analysis tool right there using my Elliot. This is what I have for GBPUSD, guys. Correction of ABC to the upside completed right here. Then I'm expecting the whole of this move to downside to be an impulse. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had it with 1 completed here, with 2 back here, and the whole of this to the downside is wave 3 that ended up here. Then the retracement to the upside making wave 4, and this pull to the downside should be the end of wave 5. That is what I have for GbpUSD, guys. So let's look inward and see what's happening here as the retracement started, because after wave 5 has completed in an impulse like this. Let me show you guys the cycle using this tool. This is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and here is what wave 5 ending. So fine, since wave 5 has ended, then we should see a retracement to the upside, or let's say correction. Ideally going to 3-hour time frame, 2-hour time frame, and see what's happening there. So now the whole of this impulse is the first leg. This should be the second leg. So for GbpUSD, I'm fully bullish. I'm expecting a more push to the upside in terms of buy, because I don't think the correction has ended here. So all what I'm seeing here is the first leg that I can call maybe wave 1 or wave A, one of the two. Let me type it and label it here. A, or we call it say wave 1. Call it wave 1. This wave A or wave 1. So what we'll be seeing now is that we're going to be seeing wave 2, wave B or wave 2. Any of those guys. So this should be wave B or wave 2. Ideally 1, 2, 3. Alright. So let's see how market is going to react to this. So there's a high possibility that there's going to be a buy trade around here for what they call it, for GbpUSD. So let's see how it goes. But for me, I'm still much bullish on GbpUSD. So far this invalidation level is not broken, so nothing else I'm expecting. I'm setting a buy move to the upside. So I think this should be wave 1 or wave A, this should be wave B or wave 2. Then market should go up. That's my first count. Another count is that the whole of this is wave 1, this is correction of wave 2, then this is 1 of 3. So if that is the case, this will be wave 1 of 3, wave 2 of 3, and 3 of 3 continue to go 4 or 5 of 3. So let me screenshot these, and I'm going to definitely give you guys an update when we see how markets continue to move. So I'm very optimistic that GbpUSD is going to buy. There's a high possibility for pounds to see an increment in price against US dollar. So now let's check GbpJpy. GbpJpy confirming to that. Let's see what we can have on GbpJpy charts, guys. Fantastic. Here's the GbpJpy charts, guys. The JPY chart here is very much similar to GBPUSD, not in terms of all the general move, but in terms of direction. I'm seeing GbpJpy also being bullish. Okay, I'm seeing it being bullish also. But let me quickly have a recap of what is happening there so that guys can see and you guys can have a better feel of what is happening. GbpJpy, here is it on the 3-hour time frame. If you noticed from here, there was a push down correction and a push down continuation, which I labeled as ABC. I use this as an illustration. Then before this bullish move happened, I was telling you guys that when there's an ABC, there's ideally impulse to the upside. So that's what happened from this low of 155.611. Price started moving up, and we had wave 1 correction, wave 2, and this extension is wave 3, which was followed by wave 4 correction to the downside here. And ideally I thought, okay, this should be wave 1 of 5, this is wave 2 of 5. The market should continue to push to the upside, and that's what we are seeing right now. So now let's look inward and see what are the opportunities on GbpJpy. For GbpJpy, I'm still much bullish, though I was expecting there's going to be a bit of retracement before market continue to go up, because I can count all of this as an impulse. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It's obvious it's an impulse, no other way to it. And this is a correction of wave 2, no other way to it. And this should be beginning of wave 3, wave 1 of 3, and it should be a corresponding correction to the downside, which is wave 2. So this is the 15-minute time frame, trying to see what's happening there. I'm going to definitely update this tomorrow when we are in the live session, and we're going to see, I hope there's going to be a retracement into this territory that will give a better view, and it will make us to have a better risk reward trade if we are going to be buying GbpJpy. So but for now, I'm so clear about it. I have my bullish outlook for GbpJpy, nothing else. If it changes, I'm going to let you guys know, but for now I think it's a buy. So that's it, guys. I'm about calling it a day. But let me see if I have any other setup. I'll quickly show you guys. Okay, let's quickly look at the NASDAQ and USOIL. If there's anything famous to look there. Okay, now let's quickly check out NASDAQ. Alright, 2 hours or 3 hours. Here we are in front of the NASDAQ chart right now. This is a correction as I anticipated, and this is the first leg of impulses correction. Guys, NASDAQ, I'm anticipating a sell, nothing else to it. This is a very nice trade position, trade setup, and it's going to be a very nice risk reward also. My invalidation level is right here. You are risking quite some little pips to get something very huge. Stop loss should be behind here if you are going to be selling, and the target is around there. That's more than 6. That is a risk reward of 6.3. That is massive. That is massive, guys. So let's pray this works out well. USOIL, let me put it down. I don't want to miss that trade. That looks so nice, man. Let me put it here. No, not USOIL, NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I have a bearish outlook for NASDAQ, guys. So that's about NASDAQ. So now let me go to the Australian world, Euraudd and EurocHF. Let's see what is there. Let's see what I've got there. EurocHF first. here's my chart analysis for EuroCHF. This was a massive correction to the upside, guys, that completed here, and that the impulse started wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this was extended with 5 leg. So what I thought was that there's a reversal in place that has started, and ideally when there's a reversal like that, a movement opposite to the current trend, you know, we are in a bearish trend, which was which was in form of 5 wave, and it ended around here. So I saw this push to the upside on Friday, but I didn't pick that trade. I was waiting for it to complete and retrace back into this territory, which is the 5061.8 Fibonacci. Let's confirm and check it again. As you can see, 5061.8. So right there, I'm going to be checking out for a bullish confirmation around there before I pick my buy position for EuroCHF. So I'm waiting for something nice in terms of bullish candlestick, maybe an hammer right here, or tweezer button, any of those stuff. That is going to be a very good buy indicator for me. That is EuroCHF, guys. That's what I have for you in a nutshell. If you're picking any buy position from here after you found a confirmation candle, ideally your stop loss should be here, and you have a very nice risk reward ratio there, minimum of 3.0 to the upside right here. So let's see how EuroCHF is going to play out also. That's among those trades I'm going to be trading this week. Let me put it beside NASDAQ. We have Australian dollar, NASDAQ, EuroCHF. NASDAQ and EuroCHF, those are the two short trades we have been able to spot right now. Now let's see other pair. That's Euro Australia. I have it on my watch list. So let's see what we have on Euro Australia, guys. Euro Australia, let's see. Oh my goodness, back to the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what Euro have for us. So yes, fine. Here's Euro, guys. I anticipated there's going to be a push up to the upside, a movement to the upside, which is going to be a retracement. All of this is an impulse wave 1. It consists of 5 sub waves: wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. You can go back and check that and confirm, but I'm running out of time. I don't have time to start going lower time frame. And this is wave 3 to the downside. This is a correction of wave 4, and this move is wave 5. But what I want to quickly check is wave 3 is not the shortest. I'm going to take this measure tool to see from this high to this low. Yeah, that's 1.76% fall, 1.76. This high, this low is 2.07. So wave 3 is obviously even higher than wave 1. Is longer than wave 1 in terms of fall, and even longer than wave 3 in terms of fall. So that condition has been met. NM15 YouTube, you're asking a question. Hello, did you enter the trade? That trade? Which trade? We don't know. There's no currency pair that is called that. Please let's know precisely what trade are you talking about. What is the pair you're talking about? So here is Euro, guys. Has completed this impulse, and this is a divergence on RSI. I'm anticipating a correction into this region before I'm gonna continue to pick my sell position. So I'm not giving a buy call because it's against the trend. I'm going to wait for retracement to happen to minimum of 38.2. These are the levels you should be expecting to sell from. Expect price to get to this territory, and you can now look for a sell confirmation in terms of your candlestick for picking your sell position. Yeah, NM15, you said Euro CHF. Okay, yeah, Euro CHF. We marked a possible buy position. We are waiting for a bullish confirmation right here, a bullish candlestick confirmation right here before I pick the buy position, and the stop loss will be behind here, and that's going to give us risk reward of around 3.6. so that answers your question. If that answers your question, NM15. Okay, so guys, that's Euro Australia. I've analyzed that. Now let me quickly check New Zealand and Australian dollar. Those are the two pairs before I call it a day. Starting from Australian dollar. Okay, AudUsd. Australian dollar, I've been able to check it lower and lower up to the 5-minute time frame. Now let me go back to 4-hour time frame so that you guys can have a better overview of what is happening right there. The first thing I would want to do is, let me put this here, hide any hide drawings. Fine. So what we have here is wave 1, correction of wave 2, beginning of wave 3, wave 1 of 3, wave 2 of 3. The whole of this is wave 3 of 3, wave 4 of 3, and wave 5 to the downside. So let me bring back the tool. So what is happening right here is that we have wave 4 here, and this is an impulse coming down to form wave 5. So whenever we see a sharp fall like this, you don't just jump into it and say you want to catch a falling knife. You don't do that. You wait for that falling knife to complete. So we are waiting for wave 5 to complete. When this wave 5 complete, that's why we are not going to pick our buy position. By that time, Euro Australian dollars too should have completed its retracement to this upside, and we are going to be selling Euro Australia, because Euro AUD and Australian USD are correlated negatively. Well, most of the time when AUD USD is falling, you're going to be seeing a push up or an uptrend across Euro Australia. But at times, let me say most of the time, Euro Australia has been dominated by the Euro pairs. It moves most of the time in the direction of Euro pairs. So that's another thing you have to note when you are trading Euro AUD. So guys, that's that for Australian USD. I don't have any position right there, and I'm not picking any position anytime soon. I'm just going to wait and watch how far it's going to fall. Only if there is a retracement, that's going to be another opportunity for me to join the sell position. Now let me end today's analysis on a good note on Euro New Zealand. Guys, please do not forget, as you're coming in, kindly subscribe and like our YouTube channel, and at the same time help share it across all Forex platform you belong to, either on Facebook, either on WhatsApp, either on Telegram. Okay, so that is what you can do in return for the favor of taking time to analyze for you guys. So this Euro New Zealand, same thing I have for Euro Australia. Yeah, same thing I have for Euro Australia. So don't let me disturb myself on that. Let me go to New Zealand USD. Let me analyze New Zealand USD, guys. Where is it? New Zealand USD. All right, yeah, here we are, New Zealand USD. Yep. Yep, what's up guys? Sorry, I'm back. So I think that's gonna be the end of today's live stream. I was about to analyze New Zealand USD, but I'm gonna call it